Are you there, Boss Lady?
So good to be in your midst.
Okay, so let me just introduce you now, and then we could start our conversation. My name is Paul Stambo, guys. I know you guys know me. Regular coach, the boss of the global bosses. I'm so excited to be in your midst today again. On this episode, Meet Your Success Partner. It has been an amazing journey. This episode is the 20th episode. It sure shows that success lives through. That's one of the things we want to achieve with this program. That the people who are at the top, they are not two-headed. They are ordinary humans like you. So today we have before us SD Marian Emmanuel Vincent. She's the CEO of Rich World Global Team of Successful Entrepreneurs, and she's a graduate of Public Administration from Institute of Management and Technology. She's the founder and CEO of Christ My King Foundation, poised to add value in our world to help humanity and to meet with the need of the less privileged across the globe. She got on board the Longrich platform 4 years ago and has raised a team of weekly millionaires globally and has helped so many people to achieve financial freedom through these amazing platforms. Our story is that of grass to grace. Through persistence, passion, determination, she has given birth to this success being celebrated today. She's married and blessed with a baby girl, with a lovely husband. One thing I love about this couple, she and her husband is, I see them working together as a team. I think was it when I visited Enugu, right? I saw you guys. Enugu. Was it Enugu? Yes. And,
Yes.
and the day I saw them, I just love the passion in them. And
yes. I said they're
more dead. Your network, what's happening? Network, don't try us to do. So she's so hungry. If you want to know someone who wants to become successful in this business, check their level of passion and hunger. You know that the person is ready to become successful. And that's why I saw it now until later on I learned about her story. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from the boss lady, Marian Vincent. Are you there?
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Your video has just freezed or what? Maybe it's the network.
Okay, maybe it's the network.
Yeah, continue. Just continue.
Okay, my name is Marian Emmanuel. By the grace of God, I am the CEO of Rich World, and I'm based in Enugu State. So thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for having me here. And I thank you all our viewers from different parts of the world for being here with us today. Okay, you all know why we are here, and we have one thing in common, and that is to achieve a certain goal, which is financial freedom. That's why we are here. And by the grace of God, we will do that, or we will be able to achieve that with an open mind. Like he introduced when he was talking, you would know that no one makes it to wherever the person is determined to go to by holding so many things on your hands at the same time. But it's something you need to know that one good thing these people have made to be where they are, or where they are determined to get to in life, is determination. And that has kept us going. And when I met her, when I first met him in Enugu State, what I saw was the fire you all are seeing today. And he told me, I want to become a star director in less than 1 year. And as you all can see, he achieved it within 11 months. So if he can do that, and if we can be here today testifying of a particular platform that has changed our lives, it is something you too can do. And we are glad to have you all live today to hear from me. And all the questions you have and every other thing, you can put it all together. We are here to run with it. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you very much. We thank God. So let's hear your story, how you started network marketing, or how your journey so far in Longrich, and what are the challenges you face, your success story in the business. Maybe I can come in between to ask you some few questions.
Okay. Before I came on board this platform, I've not been into any more. This is my first time. To the glory of God, it has worked for me. I started my entrepreneurial journey even before I came on board the Longrich platform. I shared my story recently, how I used to sell things like Gary. I used to sell Gary in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. I go to my local government and I buy foodstuff, come back to Uyo to sell. And one of the people I have as my customers in church happened to be Pastor Ubon Cornell and his wife. So, and these people have been buying from me. They buy these things from me, they use it, and they are like, wow, we can't stop eating this your Gary, because this Gary you can actually keep it at home. It will last for like 6 months without it getting spoiled. And they were so much in love with it. So one day I approached Mr. Ubon Cornell. You know how I posted on Facebook that responsibility grows on a daily basis. Nobody can doubt that. On a daily basis, there's no how you can say no to responsibilities. I was staying with my late mom, and my siblings were about 5 of us in the house. And you can imagine someone who is trying to survive. That was after my NYSC in Uyo. And I have all these people at home. On a daily basis, we talk about food, we talk about daily expenses, the things everybody needs at home. There's no how you can shy out of this. And it got to a point that it was bad, that I could not afford anything. As in, most times I would want to go to church. There's no money anywhere. I'll look at my bank account. After my NYSC, I was using First Bank. I'll look at my bank account, and account balance is showing me 1,000 naira. And as a savings account, there's no how I can withdraw anything less than 1,000 naira from my account. So I was believing God for a change. And one day I approached Mr. Cornell and I told him, sir, I need transport fare to leave the church back to the house. He gave me for the first time. Another day I approached him and he called me and said, come, Miriam, I have an opportunity I want to introduce to you. And this will help you to become financially free. I don't want you to come back and ask me for fish. I want to teach you how to fish. And I said, okay, sir, but just settle me for once. This one, let me see how I can leave the church back to the house. He was laughing and he said, okay. He gave me the transport fare and he introduced a wonderful platform to me. And I said, okay, I will think about it. Just like every other person will say, I will think about it. And some people, after thinking about it, they will not come back and say, I have finished thinking about it. Some people told me I will think about it since I joined Longrich, and some of them are still thinking about it till today. So what I did was I grabbed the opportunity, went back home, and I slept with it. I woke up the next day, which was on Monday. On Tuesday, I gave him a call and I said, sir, I am ready for this business, but the truth is that there is no money. How do I start? He said, what I want from you is a ready mind. A ready mind. If you have a ready mind, there is availability of whatever you need. So I told myself, okay, my mind is made up to come out of poverty. And I left my house. I went to Mr. Ubon Cornell's house. He sat me down and explained everything to me. One good thing he did for me that really helped me was he was able to differentiate Longrich from any other multi-level marketing out there. So when Mr. Cornell told me everything, and I was like, okay, so I can actually face the world out there. At least I will be able to differentiate what Forever Living product is, the company, its compensation plan, and every other thing, and what Longrich is about. Immediately, I grabbed these two things. That was my turning point. I was not waiting for me to see money in my pocket to be registered. I was not even, he already told me, don't worry, if you're ready to start, we know how to run about it. I've discussed with my wife, and my wife knows what to do. They've already discussed before I came to meet with him. So what I did was, I attended a seminar that weekend, and that seminar was organized by 3-star director in Infonubon Cornell. And after the seminar, I held my head and I told myself, if all these people I am seeing on the slide have one head like me, and they have achieved these things in less than 5 years, God, I am going to achieve it. They don't have 2 heads, they have only 1 head just like me, and I'm ready to run with it. So after this seminar, I changed my mindset, and that mindset translated to changing my personal pockets. It translated into changing my own life, and it has translated into what we see today. So to the glory of God, I relocated with the passion I had in me. I was like, Uyo is too small for me. Uyo already have star directors. We have Longrich distributors. I told myself, I need to move to the next city in town, which was in my mind. God placed it in my mind and said, relocate to Enugu State. I came into Enugu State. And when I came into Enugu State, come and see what they call hard knock. You know, when they say hard knock to crack, as the Charles, it was hard knock to crack, because in Enugu State, you know, we have the headquarters of most of this multi-level marketing that has failed in the city. So it was a very hard knock for me to crack. I looked up and I looked down, and inside my spirit, I was seeing an opportunity. I was seeing a gold mine in my home. I was seeing an oil well. I was seeing the land flowing with milk and honey. And I told myself, no matter how long it will take me to crack this city or this state, I will crack it. Come and see what happened when I started Longrich. The first message I sent to Mr. Obon Cornell is still on his phone. It's still on my phone till today. 3 months on this entrepreneurial journey in Enugu State, it was tough. It was difficult. It was as if everything I was doing was in vain. I came into the city. I've even jumped the story. Let me go back a little. When I met with...
We want to hear everything.
When I met with Pastor Obon Cornell, he handed me over to the wife and said, my wife knows what to do. And his wife took me to EcoBank in Uyo. When we got to EcoBank, we met this young lady, star director to Chinenye Fion. And from there, as the 3 in Infon disappeared. So these 3 people had already had a meeting, and they already know what to do. She said, Miriam, my journey ends with you here. She knows what to do. The same thing her husband said, she said the same thing before me and 2-star director Chinenye Fion. So I said, okay. So she took me to the canteen because she saw me. If you look at me then, you know, when you're coming out of poverty or when you're trying to escape from poverty, the bad life, everything will be shown everywhere around you. I was hungry. God knows that day I have not even had nothing like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I was hungry. I was tired of everything, tired of life. I said,
let me show them your picture,
yes, let me see what to do. That was my old picture. So what I did was, she gave me food, and after the food, she took me to a man called Engineer Otin. And when we got to his office, Engineer Otin sat me down and was asking me, are you ready to take up this opportunity to change your life? I said, yes, sir, I am ready. At the end of the day, he brought out 60,000 naira to register me on the Longrich platform. And he said, my wife and my children are coming on board, and I want you to be part of the people I will empower to become financially free. God bless him for me. So when we left his office back to EcoBank, Star Director Chineye saw everything around me. She saw the fire, the zeal. I was like, the happiness, the expression on my face coming out from Engineer Otin's office. She brought out 60,000 naira to make it up to 120,000 naira. And I was registered on the Longrich platform as a gold member. That was how I started my entrepreneurial journey with Longrich. And I told myself, I went on my knees and I promised God I will not disappoint you and I will not disappoint these three people you have used to link me up to the helper of my destiny, which is the fourth man, and everything will work out well by the grace of God. So what happened? I came into Enugu State. I tried to crack the city. It was very tough for me. It was difficult. At the end of the day, one day, something happened. I know some of you have been to that level where you were fed up. I was there. I came out from an office in Ogui Road in Enugu State, and I picked up my phone just on the road. I picked up my phone before I got into the bus. I sent a message to my upline, the person who introduced me first to Longrich, because that's the only person I know I can always cry to. I called Mr. Cornell and I told him, sir, I am done with your Longrich business. Take your Longrich. I'm not doing again. And I sent him an SMS. I say, sir, please don't bother to call me. I am not doing Longrich again. Take your Longrich business. I am tired. I am not doing again. Mr. Cornell did not call me because I instructed him on the SMS not to call me. I was tired of it. I said, take your Longrich. I am not doing again. What I saw today, in fact, I don't even want to mention it to you. And I don't want you to tell me, come back, I want to advise you. I don't need your advice, sir. Take your Longrich. I am not doing again. That was 3 months on this entrepreneurial journey. I went back home. You know what happened? Because God was involved on this platform, I went back home in the night. I knelt down to pray. And I saw myself calling that name Longrich again. I said, God, please bless my Longrich business. I pinched myself and I was like, what is happening to me? What is wrong with you? I thought you said you're done with Longrich. At the end of the day, I came back and I said, Mr. Connor called the next day. His wife called the next day. As the two Chineye called the next day. And they were on my head. They were like, what happened? What happened? I said, I don't even want to talk about it. You people should take your Longrich and go. Me, I'm not doing it again. So they asked me to come back to you. We need to talk. I went back to you. They encouraged me. They were like, what Mr. Cornell told me was that he has been waiting for this appointed time for me to open my mouth and tell him, I am not doing again. If you get to that level in Longrich, that means you are in need for a big change. And the enemy is trying to use that to kick you off before your time. I've been there. I was there 3 months in my entrepreneurial journey in Longrich. And after the conversation, the discussion with these people who have also been there, you know, when you get to a point of quitting on a particular platform, you know that will change your life. That means there's something ahead that wants to come upon you that will change everything about yourself. It has happened to me. I've seen it. It's a testimony. These people have been there. They advised me, and I held on to the advice. I said, okay, let me go back to work. And I came back to work. And another thing happened. That was before my 1 year on the Longrich platform. I was using this particular account number on my Longrich, which I used for my Longrich registration. So it was up to like 3 months on Longrich platform. You know, we earn on weekly basis. It's a weekly thing. But you will now look at yourself staying throughout 3 months without a dime coming in. And I will log into my back office. I will see my bonuses dropping, but the bonuses are not entering my account. I wrote a mail to Longrich. Longrich told me to go to my bank. I went to First Bank. First Bank said, go to Longrich. We are not owing you. And I told them, but this money is not dropping in my personal account. What do I do? At the end of the day, Star Director Chineye told me, if I can change my bank details from that particular one, because I never knew it was because it was an NYSC account that has not been upgraded. that was where the problem was coming from. But First Bank refused to see it, to even mention it to me at all. But Longrich kept to their words, and I saw everything. There were, as in all the bonuses as it was coming on weekly basis. At the end of the day, what happened was that immediately I changed my account number. 3 months after, you know, when you're working constantly and all the bonuses are coming on weekly basis, you see all the money, but the money is not even coming into your personal account. It affected me somehow as a beginner in the business. I was not even up to 1 year. It's enough for anybody to give up. But I held on to myself and I told myself, this too shall pass. So what I did at the end of the day was I changed the account and all the bonuses came in. And I was like, thank God I did not give up. So you will get to all these points. You will see things that ordinarily will make you to quit. But people like us, we saw it as a stepping stone to the next level. That was what happened.
Yeah.
And it was not easy. When I started, a lot of challenges in Enugu State. It was difficult talking to people, and I will tell you, I am not interested. A man told me, I will come on board the day I see your car. And I told him, okay, no problem. Until he saw my car. Even up to now, he has refused to come on board. He has refused to come on board the Longrich platform. So there are so many challenges you will see as you're growing up, as you're coming up on this platform. It has happened to me. I saw all of them as obstacles. There were days in Enugu State I stayed without eating because there's no money. Where can I afford money as a beginner trying to build my Longrich business? Most times I will see a lot of obstacles like go out, come back without any result. I will encourage myself to do more the next day. And I made it to be my job. You know, if you're coming into the MLM business or MLM platform, you need to know that this is a profession. You need to treat it like your job, what you do constantly on a daily basis, not what you do today and tomorrow you're off to any other thing. You need to let people know, show them this mindset of making it to be a professional, what you do as a human being, that you don't need anybody to interrupt in whatever you're doing on this platform, because this is what we do that will make every other person to know that, yes, we have changed the face of multi-level marketing. And that's what this platform is about. At the end of the day, I wake up every day, 9 a.m. Before 9 a.m., I'm out of my house. I will go from one of my prospects place to another, one office to another. But so many of them were like, I am not interested, I'm not interested, I did this, I did that, I failed in the past, this, that, all the challenges, all the rejections. But at the end of the day, I was able to scale through. That's the end point of it. And I was not discouraged. I encouraged myself until I was able to scale through. So it's something that you too, as you're coming up on this platform, need to hold on to know that we did not just wake up to become star directors on this platform. We woke up, we had it in mind that these challenges will come, and we prepared our minds to face the challenges and to overcome it. So that as we overcome it at the end of the day, we'll see ourselves flying above the sky. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, my star director, for this session. I hope I've been able to touch the part of my
fantastic,
this entrepreneurial.
fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Well done for sharing your journey. Can you tell us what strategies now? Because I know there must be a time where you got stuck in a particular rank, right? How did you feel those periods? Because we have people who have been in this business, they've been in a particular rank for a long time, and they are feeling discouraged. What would you have to say about that?
For people like that, they need to be encouraged by testimonies that we share on a daily basis on this platform. We've been actively involved, like almost all the star directors in Longrich that I know in Nigeria. None of them, I said something that, no, we don't have lazy star directors among us. The star directors on this platform are up and doing. Everybody is up and doing. Everybody is active. And I am sure every diamond, let's say pre-diamond member on this platform to Diamond 7 member on this platform has a star director in their team. So what I will advise is work with your star director, the star director you have on your team, get connected to the top, because it flows from up to the bottom. There's no how you would think of becoming who you want to be on this platform all alone. And I know active star directors on this platform who has been actively working with their team members, because without, I know all of us are made by what we do. The team of people you have, that's what makes who you are on this platform. If you're not an active star director, I don't think you will even have a team that will take you to that level. So that's why I mentioned it before now, that we have active star directors, and there's no how these people on this other level will work without them. So I encourage everybody, or those who have been on a spot for a long time, you need to go back and sharpen the sword. How do you sharpen the sword? Make sure you work with your team members, even if you're a pre-diamond and you don't have more than 2 people under you. It should be like a thorn in the flesh for you to be as an up and doing. Make sure you're uncomfortable with that level you are. If you have team members, I have some people who call me, or some who private chat me, though they are not in my team, and they will be asking, what do I do to grow from this level? And my team members are sleeping, they are not working. And my advice to them will be, when I started Longrich business, I was not depending on my team members to be active, for me to be active. I was born an active leader by the grace of God. And I had this zeal that nobody was able to keep me on the spot. It drives me, you know, when you're hungry for success, the hunger drives you to move.
Yeah, hunger.
The hunger in me was so much that I was not waiting for anybody up there. I was not waiting for star director Chineye, star director in Infon, or Pastor Obon Cornell to tell me to go ahead and do this. I wake up because I was hungry. I was tired of poverty. I was tired of the low life. I was tired of living from hand to mouth. I was tired of depending on people to make things work out for me. So what I did was, I was every day, wake up every day, I was up and I was hungry to make sure I go out and achieve more. And I will forget about whoever that is not working and go out. As long as I am working, I pay less attention to whoever that is not working. And my belief then was that my success will make most of them that are not working to wake up. And that's what happened today. Immediately, most of them saw that I was not even depending on them. I was not working, there's no how, you can take a horse to the stream to drink water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. That was exactly what I did. I was like, I've introduced you to the platform. If you understand the platform and move with it, fine. If you don't understand it and decide to sit there, even after I have dragged you more than 10 times and you're dragging me back, it's better I leave you and I move forward, because I have something better ahead waiting for me. And what is doing me is not doing you. If what is doing me is doing you, you will be up and doing just like me. So I encourage those who have been stagnated in a particular rank to go back and sharpen the sword. Move with your team members who are ready to move. Leave those who are not ready to move. Those who are not ready to move will automatically wake up on their own to start moving behind you. But all I tell you is, the zeal, the hunger in you should make you to be working, stretch more. You need to stretch more. And as you stretch more, you will watch out for the manifestation that your team will begin to move out to the next level. Thank you so much, sir. Hello, Mr. Charles, are you there? Hello, is it Charles?
For sharing your journey. Can you tell us how?
Hello, is it Charles?
me now. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Wow, my network just went off. Man, your story is one story that is so touching. Thank you for sharing this with us. There is one of your pictures that you posted on Facebook. You were
Okay.
in a go and support your team member in Makodi and you had an accident.
Yes.
Can you talk something about that?
Okay. That was it happened on the 10th of, was it 10th or 11th of July 2017. I was on my way to Makodi, Benue State to share this opportunity with my team members I have today. And I woke up that day, though I by the grace of God, there was a sign about what was ahead that particular day. And when we left Enugu State on our way to Makodi, it got to a point that the woman sitting in the vehicle, one of the women in the vehicle, was very, very uncomfortable. And even after the woman was led to pray again. Don't know why God is telling her to pray again in this vehicle. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, yes, I think we need it. And by the grace of God, we're approaching a particular place on our way, and the vehicle, that's a front tire, as in the vehicle was on speed. The front tire busted, and the driver was unable to control the steering anymore. He was even, as in the driver, you know, when you get you see danger coming ahead of you, and there's this trailer fully loaded with goods coming with speed in front of us. And as the trailer was coming, the driver's hand could not control the steering anymore, so it was going directly in front of the trailer to the lane where the trailer was coming from, with a very high speed. So as we're approaching this trailer, everybody in the vehicle thought it was all over. And I was like, God, I know this is not how we will end in this life. To the glory of God, God was able to turn the hand of the steering forcefully on the driver's hand into the bush. That was how the vehicle entered the bush, and it somersaulted 3 times. Terrible somersaulting that we're seeing black, white, black, white. You can't even see a human, you can't see anything again about this world. We saw ourselves inside the bush, and some people thought it was all over. To the glory of God, I was the first to come out. I started shouting, help, 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 help. People came and they were trying to bring out the people in the bus. The driver, the steering pressed his chest down. He could not even talk. The guy beside me, 3 of his fingers were out of his hands. As in I think the door chopped 3 of his fingers out of his hand. I came out unhurt. Only the little blood you saw on my skin. Those are the only injury I sustained, but I came out by God's grace unhurt. There was nothing on my skin. That's the picture. You can see it there. There was nothing on my body. There was no injury, no fatal injury. And when I came out and were able to save every other person, a lot of people got injured. A woman at the back had a very big cut on her shoulder, and a pregnant woman too was unable to breathe. She was rushed to the nearby hospital. There was so many injuries, but God brought me out. Nothing happened to me. I was sound. I was healthy. We boarded another vehicle to Benue State. So when I got to Benue State, I now realized why this thing happened. When I got to Benue State that day, I decided to rest. I went for checkup, and after the checkup, the doctor said I was okay. There was no internal bleeding. Everything was fine. And I came back to the house, rested after some days. Then I packed my bag to travel to Abuja. And the lady I came to see in Benue was like, there's somebody I really want you to help me talk with. And I want you to meet with her before you leave for Abuja. That was the testimony and the reason why the enemy sent these accidents. You know, when you're seeing people's glory today, you need to go back, trace it back to their story. And you will know and understand that there is no story you see today. There is no glory you see today without a story. All the glory you see, all the beautiful things you see, all of them has a story behind it. And this was one of the stories that changed everything about me, because I refused to give up. I refused to sit down in a particular place to make this thing work. Yesterday, we were online and we saw one of the speakers from the most successful women in network marketing. You heard one of them. She said, what kills you from making it or from moving forward is not any other thing, but is let me quickly go to that. I think I have it here. The enemy of success is comfort. When you become so comfortable with where you are, you will forget about the future, which is even more loaded than where you are right now. I'm telling you, if not for this particular incident that the devil saw that was coming my way, I wouldn't have gotten the breakthrough you see today, because this was the major breakthrough that gave me a name on this Longrich platform. This same accident, after the accident, the following week, for the first time in my life, I'm prospecting somebody, and within 5 hours, I met a woman today on a Monday, and on Tuesday, the only thing that made it to me on the first day I met her on the meeting, when I was in a meeting with her, her husband was absent, and the same prospect I will meet out there that will tell me, yes, I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. Her own case was different. I met her on a Monday. Tuesday, they were on their way to the bank. That was after her husband understood what I was explaining, on their way to the bank to become the first stockist in my team and the first stockist in Benue State. And that is Mrs. Stella Ogechi Ama. That's my first stockist on this platform. And then the first stockist we had in Benue State. You can imagine what would have happened if the devil's will won. So you see how success, so what can give birth to success? You might be facing challenges on this journey, and you would think no other person has seen it before, or you would think, my own is too much, why is it like this? I got to a point when I was growing in this business, I was like, is this, one day the devil was telling me, is this the only way to success? Can't you see that every other person is every other person is making it at ease? They are not even struggling to make it. You understand? But when I studied and I was like, even if this is not the only way to success, I want to make it happen here. That was what I told myself. I said, even if this is not the only way to success, I want to make it happen here. And I will make it to happen in a way that every other person will be like, it seems this is the only way to success. So let us turn that question around and make it work for good. And I turned it around, and today it has worked for me. Wow. If I was comfortable in Enugu State without stepping into Makurdi Benue State, it wouldn't have happened. Let me share one story with you all. That same week, the same person I've been prospecting for a very long time. That was, you know, we have 3 legs in Longrich. And one of the legs, this woman came on board that platform, the platform on that particular leg. And, you know, there was China trip promo in 2017. Then the 3rd leg, somebody's phone number I have been calling, following up on this man and all that. It was the same week after this woman paid on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I got a call from this man that, please, can you send me Longrich account details? I want to come on board. And I heard there is a promo, I want to qualify for the trip. And I was like, Is this a dream? What is happening? That was how this man came on board, and he qualified also for China trip on the second leg. And the third leg too, in Enugu State, got a breakthrough. That was how I qualified for my first China trip in 2017. That was how I qualified, because I did not give up.
Wow. The reason why I brought that,
this man, particular man I'm talking about, on this man for like 7 months. But that particular week, the man called to tell me, I just transferred money to Longrich account and I want to qualify. I want to go with you people to China. He came for that, as in, it was the first trip I qualified for. I qualified with 5 team members. That was my first trip in Longrich. I told myself I will not travel alone. The man and his wife in Benue State qualified, and Abuja, I got the person who called me came on board from Abuja. He came on board and qualified for the trip too. And about 2 other people came from Enugu State with myself. So we're about 5 of us on that trip. And I was a proud mother. I was like, how did it happen? I've not qualified for trip before, and I'm qualifying for the first time with 5 team members. You can ask every other person. It's not easy to qualify. You can qualify alone. Let's say as a beginner, for the first time you're qualifying for trip, you can qualify. You see a lot of people who qualify alone. Some qualify with 2 team members, 3 team members. But man, as in trip, I was traveling out of Nigeria on the Longrich platform with 5 team members. It was, to me, it was a very big thing that God has done for me. It was massive. So by the grace of God, that was what happened. So when I got to Benue State, guess what? After her sign up, every other person that was the same Benue State I traveled to before that incident happened, they will tell me, 75,000 naira is too much. Where will you see 75,000 naira? 75,000 is too much. This is this, this is that, this place, they don't have money, this, that. At the end of the day, after the incident, that's why I said, hold on until your change comes. Don't give up. Nothing should make you to give up on this platform, and nothing should discourage you. You need focus. If you have this focus and the zeal to make things work, nobody can stop you on this platform. Nobody can stop your shine. Nobody can stop your movement at all. The only person that can stop yourself from succeeding is you. Nobody else can stop you but you. You are the only person that can stop yourself from succeeding on this platform. Fantastic. So the same incident gave birth to how many Diamond 7 now in Benue State? You know, to have a Diamond 7 in your team, you know what it means. Yeah. How many Diamond 7 in Benue State? About, I think about 5 of them. This same journey has given birth to about 5 Diamond 7 leaders in Benue State, and over 10 qualifiers, 10 car qualifiers in this last 2019 car promo. So you can imagine what would have happened if I was comfortable in Enugu State and I would be like, must I move around? Must I do this? Must I do that? Is this the only way to make it in life? But today, a lot of lives are affected. I have a landlady in Benue State today, a woman who started with nothing from the scratch, just like me. Her story is awesome, just like me. But today, she is a landlady. Today, she can wake up and go to any car stand and buy a car of her choice. How did it happen? Because she said yes. And because she did not give up when she started. I told her, come on board this platform. Hold on to everything we've told you about this platform. And tomorrow, you will testify. Today, she is there testifying and enjoying all the benefits. So thank you so much. And I hope this has encouraged someone out there.
Before you go, tell us, you were a copper, because we have a lot of copper here. They will tell you they don't have money, they need a job. They are in a business like this, they're telling you they don't have money, they need a job. But you were a copper, you grind. I saw your copper uniform then. When you started, you grind and got to the level you are now. Please, I don't want to, you've shared with us how the journey so far, what you did for you to get to where you are. Now we want to hear about your achievements. What have you achieved so
far? I started my Longrich business 2 years after my NYSC, though. I did not start. Yes, I started 2 years after my NYSC, but I did my NYSC in Uyo in Akwa Ibom State, And that was what led to this meeting. And
okay.
my advice to everybody out there, especially those who just passed out. I think we have core members who passed out last week from, yes, I think batch A or batch B who just passed out. My advice to them is there's no better place out there than where we are right now. You look at it as a beginner who is trying to come out of, let's say, from a level in your life to another level. You might look at it and say, this is for, like I meet some people, a core member told me that this business is only for big people. And I told her, ask anybody of my story. I started with a borrow 60,000 naira. And
what about me?
this borrow 60,000 naira has given birth to what you're seeing today. So you cannot just wake up to success. Success is something you prepare yourself, prepare your mind, prepare your heart to go into, and you will have it achieved. So I look at people like that and I tell them, if you can see what I saw on this journey when I started, there's no how you will not make it on this platform, no matter how long it will take you. And how long it took me was only, this is my 4th year on this platform. So look at yourself and telling yourself, you will go and take up a job, and then you how for you to make it. I have a banker in my team who told me the target I have every month to meet up is something else, and I am fed up with it. The day she joined me in my car, she was like, so you mean you got this car within the space of 1 year without any target, without any stress and all that? I said, just by building a team, and this Jeep you're seeing is here. And she was like, she's planning her way out of the bank because she's suffering. That the target is amazing. Over 50 million naira targets. Over 150 million naira targets. So months. Then some months, if you're able to meet up this one, they will increase it. 100 million naira target on monthly basis. Then you will now come and look at your salary. How much is your salary? The lady told me the truth that she's resigning, that she wants to join this business and be here full time. Today she is here on this platform. She has started breaking record already. She has her testimonies coming up already. So what I advise people like that is, the place you're looking at, thinking that there is something beautiful or something, a bright future out there, there's nothing there. Where you will have all this life you're dreaming of is on this platform. This platform helps you to achieve everything you need, and use this platform to build your future, your personal future. The dreams you have, you can use every profit you get from here to build up your dream over there, because this is where we have the new oil well flowing. There is no other place. I tell people, politicians are not seeing what we are seeing here. If they are seeing what we are seeing here, they will know that the only way to wealth is not to make it in politics or to be in politics. The new oil well is a multi-level marketing, and they are not seeing it. And by the time they'll wake up and realize this truth, we've gone very far. That's the truth about it. So those kind of people, if you're a copper and you're listening to me, I encourage you, please forget about any white collar job out there and grab the opportunity in Longrich and run with it. Dig the ground, no matter how long it takes you. The how long is not more than 2 to 3 years. The how long in Longrich is not more than 2 to 3 years. If you give yourself 5 years on this platform, the 5 years we are talking about, before you become, I'm not up to 5 years in Longrich, and by God's grace, how many cars? 7 cars for the family.
Please tell us the achievement. What do you
trips? Over 20 international trips I've qualified for. In 2017, I got my first trip to China. That's September 2017. December 2017, I got my second trip to South Africa. 2018, my first trip to USA, and double slot of Kenya trip and China trip, 2019, on so many trips, over 20 different trips to different countries in the world. And most of these trips, I monetized them. And then I got my first car in 2017. That was December 2017, I qualified for my first car. 2018, I qualified with my 2 weeks. My baby was 2 weeks old when she qualified for her first car in Longrich. And
every year you will be driving car.
Yes, every year. You'll be driving car. And there's a post I made on Facebook the other day about my latest gifts. Everybody was like, car. A man came and said, I know that Longrich has given you a lot of cars and you don't need a car again. So it must be something different from car. And I told him, yes, sir, you got it right. And he won. So the cars you see us driving Longrich, we monetize it after the first car. You don't need too much cars on the Longrich platform. What you see and you look at it and say, this thing is impossible, this thing is too hard. When will I get to a level of qualifying for a car? I started without even bicycle. I started without keke. I started without, in fact, I would see myself, I would like to be everywhere because I knew I was going to qualify for my own car. I told myself until I qualify for my own car, I would not stop. And when I qualified for my first car, it became amazing, as in more glorious. And from there, another car in 2018, that's 2 cars for the family in 2018. 2019, we decided to step it up. My husband qualified for his first car, he qualified for another car, my baby qualified for her car, and my brother qualified for his car. So we got all these car qualifications from Longrich, and then the scholarship too for my baby, who is a Diamond 7 leader on the Longrich platform, and then myself, the scholarship, and a lot of achievements, a lot of things. And then last year, God blessed us with our own house, courtesy of Longrich. And the house is a story of, as the child introduced something, the story of grass to grace. From grass, God lifted us to become a landlady and a landlord. And it happened on the Longrich platform. I woke up last year, December, as in my first year in life as a landlady. And I was thankful to God that I never said no to this business opportunity. That I did not give up. 3 months after I joined, and I told Pastor Obonkone that I was tired of Longrich. Take your Longrich, I don't want to do again. If I had given him back his Longrich, I would have given back my car. I would have given back my trips. All the international trips, I would have given it back to Pastor Obonkone. I would have given back my house. And all the benefits you see today is something I would have given back. And then come and look at the team members who are smiling to the bank on weekly basis. Every blessed week, these team members smile to the bank. These are things I would have sacrificed because I met a big challenge on the way that made me to say, I want to give up. I don't want to do again. Take your Longrich business. But I grabbed it and I told myself, the advice came into me and I was like, let me push further. Today, I can't even call them on the phone and tell them I want to quit. What I call them to tell them every day in my life is, Pastor Obonkone, God bless you. Mrs. Inimfon, God bless you. SD Chine, God bless you. And Pastor Engineer Utin, God bless you. This is what I owe them every day of my life. And I tell God, thank you for Longrich. You know, when you're growing up, as a copper, you're out of, no more alawi for you. For those that are passed out, no more alawi. And then you will now come and see the list of responsibility increasing every day. My advice for you is this. The prayer request you have, tear it off. One prayer request you wrote down, or the 20 prayer requests you wrote down, all the answers of those prayer requests. I'm telling you the truth from my heart. And God knows this is nothing but the truth. All the prayer requests you have written down. Poverty does not die by fire. You can only kill poverty with your mindset. The right mindset you have is what you need to kill poverty. All the prayer requests I advise you today, tear it off with the Longrich platform. You will say yes to. Embracing it with all your heart to tell yourself, I am not going to quit. No matter the challenges, I must scale through. That is what I did. And today, a lot of my team members did it. And they are everywhere, as in testifying, showing the evidence of what I told them. that yes, it is possible. Thank you.
Man, thank you very much. Thank you for this amazing, amazing testimony, Johnny, you shared with us. We've seen
Thank
that
you, Mr. Charles.
you shared with us your struggle, how you started this business with nothing, and today we are all inspired with your success story. So, guys, what is possible for one is possible
for
all. It's
Yes.
possible for all. Be hungry, and go all out and grind. Go all out and grind. You surely have results in your business. Stop blaming your father, your mother, your upline, your sideline,
your downlines. Nobody.
Stop blaming them for you not having success in your business.
Yes,
You only
not.
go all out, guys. Go all out. Thank you very much, Ezzy Miriam. Thank you for, I know you're a very busy woman also. You're always all out grinding. Thank you for this opportunity for us to hear from you. So much value today. We believe that I've touched one person. We just need one person to be touched, and the person will go all out and grind. So, see you next time. So privileged to have you here.
Thank you so much, Ezra. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Charles.
Wow. Wow.